Hello, can you hear me? Can hear me? Type 555. If you can hear me, type 555. Can you guys hear me? Okay, amazing. So today we're going to talk about today English, right? Yeah, English. Today we're going to talk about a case. If you remember, right, there was one time I always talking about. You guys must take some rest because there was someone, right. After life wave, right, the medication reduced, condition improved, and the energy become better, and then she go back to study, and then after a few months time go into hospital again, right. So that case, the 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 person in the story is coming today. Okay, and her name is Anne, and she is a lecturer, which I only find out later, which is just now. And so when she when we met again few weeks ago in Lifeway office, right? So I was looking at her, wait, long time, because the last message that I have with Anna is about, I think last year August, August. And that was if I'm not mistaken, right? It's talking about the doctors. The doctors were saying that the cancer marker is low, is okay, but it doesn't mean that your body is okay. So and then I was questioning, this is how the doctor operate. The doctor want to do all kind of testing and scanning on your body, and then when the indicator goes wrong, he said that your body is wrong. When the indicator goes right, then he said that we cannot fully believe in the machine. Do you think it's a little bit dilemma? If you think it's dilemma, you type 555. Say when he asks you to do all kind of testing, if the testing looks negative, you say, oh, your body very jalat jalat. You have to do this therapy, the chemo, the radio, do this all these treatments already. But if the indicator turns out fine, then he tell you, oh, I tell you, we cannot fully believe in the machine also. Do you think it's a bit dilemma? If you think dilemma, I type 555. So this is how I talk to Anne, if not mistaken. So it's so great to see her again a few weeks ago. And then when I look at her, I say, wow, Anne, you look so much better. How are you doing? Finally, I see you again. And then Anne started to share about her story. I said, wow, congratulations. So right before the Chinese New Year, so I sent a message to her, say, wow, nice to see you again, so alive. And I think this year is going to be a very different year for you, the year of snake, and with a very newly found body. And then I asked, do you mind to become our sharer? And she said, okay, no problem. Yes, let's do it. And then she even shared a lot of testimonial in a word form. That means she typed the story and then share with me, which later I will read out for you, so that we go point form by point form, and then we do an interview with Anne. Okay. So Anne, are you here already, Anne? Can you unmute yourself, Anne?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Anne is here. And do you want? Okay, let me add the spotlight. Hello, Anne. Hey, I just
Hello.
realized after I read your statements, right? You are a lecturer.
Yes,
Can I know lecturer of which college?
Sunway University.
Oh, you are a university college. So, you say you need to attend some courses. That course is related to the education, the study.
Uh, yes, it's on teaching actually. It's called Postgrad Certificate in Higher Education Practice.
I
It's
see.
more
So
for education on teaching.
I see. So this is why no matter what happens to your body, you really want to finish the course, is it?
Yes, now I finished already.
Wow, congratulations. But last year after August, you got hospitalized, right? Then but you still continue to take the course, is it?
Yes, I still continued for 2 semesters.
I see. I see.
It
So
was
they
actually
means
halfway when I was hospitalized. It was halfway through my second last semester.
second last semester, total have 4 semester.
4 semesters, yes.
I see. So they mean despite your health condition, you still somehow finish the remaining 2 semester.
Yes.
Ah,
I
okay.
completed the assignment after I was discharged.
Okay.
After some rest, then I I started patching back after I was discharged. In the hospital, I only patch beyond
I see, I see,
at
I
night.
see. I see, I see.
I,
Okay,
I did
okay.
that to patch a lot. After that, I started patching back again, and then I could still have the energy to continue with my assignments. Actually, a lot of assignments to complete after that.
Yeah, I
And
see.
I took the time to really do a lot of things. Somehow managed to finish it. It was a really relief.
Wow, wow, it's really a relief, you know. But anyway, guys, um, she is the one, right? I think last year, July or August, right? Which I talked to you about. Say, I share with you some screenshot of the messages, right? And then she said that she feel better after the patch of SLE, and then go to study again. Very stressed. Sometimes miss the skip some meals, and then very tired because of the assignment, and then and then her body start to flare out again with the SLD. So this is the one. This is the lady that we today we are going to learn from. Okay, so Anne, can you briefly introduce yourself, your profession, your occupation? How many years you have already become a lecturer?
Okay, my name is Anne. I've
Yeah.
been teaching in Sunway College first, then university. Actually, a total of 17 years already.
So you used to teach in A levels.
Yeah, before this, 7 years in A levels, and then after that, changed to university in the course actuarial science.
Ah, I see, I see, I see. So in A level, you're teaching mathematics.
Mathematics, yes.
I see, I see. Okay, okay. So I was also a graduate from A levels. Okay, so when did you started Life with Patches, and what makes you to try out Life with?
Actually, I have always been looking for alternatives
Right,
because I did not believe in medications.
right.
I know medications always just suppress whatever symptoms. And also because when I was on high dose of steroids,
Yeah,
I had depression. It actually caused this side effect of depression. And I always wanted to just stop the steroids. There were so many times I want to reduce and I want to just stop the steroids.
right,
So I have been looking for alternatives. Actually, I tried lots of alternatives already.
right.
Supplements also, I tried many kinds of therapy, everything like TCM I tried, acupuncture I tried everything that is out there. And
Right.
I would say from all that I have tried, this LifeWave is the best that I
Wow, amazing, amazing. And what is the reason that you need to put yourself on the high dose steroid? Is it certain issue with your body?
Whenever there is a flare up, the doctors will always increase the steroids.
I see,
So
I
their
see.
flare up is like the blood count reduced, it's called a flare up. I have migraine pain, whatever pain is called a flare up.
Okay,
Any issues what they see bubble in the urine, also called a flare up. So anytime they see a flare up, they will increase the steroids. So
I
when I
see.
was first diagnosed, I was already on high dose because
Right,
my blood count was low.
right.
It always attacked my blood. So it always my blood is always low on
I see, I see. And then you was diagnosed with this SLE in 2017, right?
2016.
Or 2016, you diagnosed with this SLE. And in what condition you were diagnosed with 2016? For example, you fainted and then you go to hospital for checkup, or under what condition?
I it wasn't fainted or anything like that, but I had fever, actually persistent fever. I had what else I have? I had dizziness, and
Yeah,
then it was chest pain. I think I had shortness of breath. I
right,
just felt very tired, and I keep having migraines.
right.
Yes, partly joint pain as well, hand, fingers, and all those. But when I went to the doctor, actually, they did not want to diagnose me. They
Yeah,
just told me that if it is dengue, you come back 3 days later.
right,
Because of fever, they think it is dengue. But
right,
because I have read up a little bit about SLE, so
right,
I insisted on doing a blood test.
right.
So then they did the blood test. But after a few hours, they called me back to go to the hospital to say that they told me that my blood had already clotted.
Right.
and they wanted me to do to take fresh blood again. So that's when they probably did a little bit more test on it. After that, I was referred to rheumatologist, and then only the rheumatologist did even more blood tests, and he confirmed that it was SLE.
I see.
Because
Wow.
actually before that, I saw the same rheumatologist 6 years before that.
Yeah.
And that same rheumatologist, he did not even do any blood test. He just looked at me physically and say, I only have red face and nothing
Yeah.
else. So because of only one symptom, he straight away dismissed that it is anything else. He told me I did not have SLE. He did not want to do any test. And
I
6 years
see.
later on, after he did the blood test, he finally, the same doctor, confirmed that it is SLE.
Wow.
Because I think before that he said not enough symptoms.
Right, right. So they means probably if the doctor do a diagnosis earlier, that means you might have SLE in 2010, right?
Yes,
Possibly, right?
possible. That's possible.
So that was about 15 years ago. That was 15 years ago. You were in line about 17 years in lecturer. So about 2 years after you started teaching in A level, then you start to have symptom of SLE.
I think it's because it was from the health screening that I found
Right.
my high ESR.
I see, I see, I see. So now thinking back, right, what do you think is the triggering factors to cause you to have SLE?
I still say it is stress.
Is it stress? Is
It's
it stress?
always stress. Yes.
I see, I see.
Last time
So
even worse, I don't even sleep properly. Can go through like 2-3 days without sleeping.
you mean last time means before this year or before Life Wave or
Before I was diagnosed,
before you were diagnosed with SLE in 2016? Before that, the 6 years, there was time that you couldn't even sleep for 3 days.
I could do activities with my students
Yeah,
without sleeping. And because I have students who are night owls and I have students who are
yeah,
early morning risers, and
yeah.
I'm always there early morning and night as well. So
I see.
I kind of never properly rested. Now I look back, it was usually like that. Is that whenever I'm at work, I'm really, really doing a lot of work without looking at how it will affect myself.
Right, right, right. So during that time, I believe you skip a lot of meals also.
Possible, yes.
Possible. Okay, so guys, I remember, right, skipping meals or eating at odd hours don't give your body enough rest, especially your digestive systems, right? This is always the initiation into autoimmune disease. So anyway, for those of you who want to know about SLE, right? SLE is lupus. So lupus, it means is a wolf. It means wolf. So the Chinese say 红斑狼疮症. Why is it a wolf inside? Okay. I first heard about this disease by my piano teacher daughter. I said 红斑狼疮. Got wolf bite. So he said lupus is actually because it looked like a wolf bite. Although I never see wolf bite before, but this is what they say. There is some a redness on the skin. That's why they say it's a lupus. So and what is the first symptom that you see? Do you see certain butterfly redness on your face, or only the full face is red color,
I only have here the cheeks.
or only at the cheek lah?
Mine appeared since I was young actually. And it
Okay.
always looked like normal. It didn't look like the wolf kind of mela rash.
Yeah.
So it always looked as if I'm blushing all the time. And it
Right.
becomes like something good because whenever I'm hot, I will be red without even
Yeah.
having to apply blushes.
I see, I see. Oh, so this one you already have it since you are young in terms of the redness. I see, I see. Okay, okay. So, and I think I will do it this way. Speaker, you write very detailed. So I will read out the articles, point by point, and then I will do some Q&A. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Let me open my slides. Do you remember when's the first time we met? Do you remember when's the first time we met?
When was the first time we met? I remember I went to Auckland Road before.
I think the first time we met, is it Auckland Road? I thought it's at the hotel, at the at the hotel that we carry out the talk in the Jalan Yap Kwan Seng. What is the name already? I forgot what's
Also,
it.
I think before that, it was the hotel, no, the Auckland Road. I went to the showroom for a training one.
Oh, MBA.
Yes, yes.
Oh, so okay. Then that means even earlier. Okay, so I'm going to read out the story. So I do some a summary. So 2016 diagnosed with SLE, and July 2024, there is a fluid build up around the heart, and the doctor say it's the flare up of the SLE due to stress, and the hemoglobin dropped to 4.6. Normal range is 12 to 15. And August 2024, did a CT scan and ultrasound, liver enlarged 20 cm with hypotensity of 4 cm. So hypotensity means that, okay, first of all, fluid built out around the heart is there is a space, this like it like a plastic surrounding our heart. You know, sometimes when we eat chicken, right, there is a very transparent layer like a fascia on the chicken, something like this. So the fluid built out around the heart. So normally people who don't sleep have very inadequate sleep. Your heart is too tired. You will slow down the pumping, and this is where will cause the fluid buildup. Okay, so August 2014, CT scan and ultrasound, liver enlarged 20 cm with hypotensity of size 4 cm. Hypotensity means that hypo means very low. That means that when it under the CT scan, it looks like there was a certain like water sac there, means that some abnormality. So, but on September 2024, MRI liver size 19.5 cm, but no more hypotensity and all cleared. This is after she resumed patching with LifeWave. And 17 December 2024, ultrasound results show liver size back to normal 14.5 cm. So from August to December is about 4 to 5 months time. It go back to original size, which previously it was about 40 to 15% larger. So on 15th of January, which is just a few weeks ago, genetic blood results show all normal, and even the heart restored to original size. Okay, so all the medical report is here. Can you guys see? If you guys cannot see, it's normal because you guys are not supposed to can see here, or you guys got super eyes already. Okay, so what Anne has done is Anne extracted the important story here. So we'll start with her essay. Okay, so this is the essay by Anne. So my journey with SLE and recovery through life with patches. Introduction. Hello everyone, my name is Anne, and today I want to share my personal journey battling systemic lupus erythematosus. Okay, systemic. Should I explain? Okay, I explain a little bit so you guys know what SLE really means. SLE seems like a very big word. For me, it's a very not a big problem. Systemic means like I want to do a systemic change to my organization. So systemic means overall. So systemic in terms of autoimmune disease means this affect every part of the body. So you got muscle pain, you got joint pain all over the body. This is why it's called systemic. Lupus mean like oof. That's why you like a oof bite. Like we got eczema, right? Eczema, edema, anything with ema is something to do with the skin. Okay, so erythema means that the skin you have some symptom like redness. Okay, so we commonly known as SLE. It is a journey marked by challenges, learning, and some unexpected acts that have made significant differences in my life. And SLE is an autoimmune disease where the immune system attacks its own tissue, causing widespread inflammation and tissue damage in the affected organs. So Anna, can you roughly let us know what are the symptoms you have? Oh, you have it already. Okay, don't need. So my SLE journey, initial diagnosis. Wow, you see, lecturer is lecturer, you know. Everything by stages. In September 2016, I was diagnosed with SLE. The disease primarily targeted my blood, leading to a dangerously low hemoglobin level of 8. I experienced a range of severe symptoms, including persistent fever, blood clots, severe dizziness, chest pain, shortness of breath, overwhelming fatigue, rashes, migraine, leg cramp, hand numbness, and joint pain. Additionally, I developed carpal tunnel syndrome, which forced me to give up playing badminton as I could no longer grip the racket. Wow. As a lecturer, these symptoms also impacted my ability to perform my duties, as holding a microphone or even a spoon while eating become challenging. Wow. My treatment regime began with a combination of steroids and other immunosuppressants to manage these symptoms. Wow, that was scary, you know. I think that time you were should be 30-ish only, 30 plus a bit.
Yeah.
Is it? Wow,
Yes.
crazy man. Okay, can you roughly explain um when you say blood clot, how do you know that you experience a blood clot? Blood clot.
That one was told to me by the
Doctors.
yeah.
I see. So you are basically like very immobilized person, is it? Okay, you can still move, but you just can't really feel yourself, right?
I had that kind of like needles, in the feet. And
Right,
then I also have problems of, when I cut myself,
right.
it can bleed quite easily,
Yeah,
kind of difficult to stop. Because after that I was given those medication to what was that? The kind of medication to avoid blood clot one.
I see blood thinner.
Yeah, blood thinners.
Right.
That also I have to be very careful, cannot fall down, cannot cut myself, cannot do a lot of things. So yeah, that was told to me by the doctor lah, because after they do tests, they cannot keep the blood for very long. They have to
Wow.
straight away do the testing.
I see, I see. Wow. Okay, okay. But guys, this is how the doctor deal with the problems, right? He never figure out what was the issue of your blood clot. What he do is he don't want to see the blood clot, so he just give you a blood thinner. And normally these contribute even further problems on. Okay, so this is the initial diagnosis. Guys are thinking about this. You are 30 plus years old, but you got persistent fever, blood clot, dizziness, chest pain, shortness of breath, overwhelming fatigue, rashes, migraine, leg cramp, hand numbness, and joint pain, carpal tunnel syndromes at 30 plus years old, and then start to have heavy steroids. Do you think is quite unmanageable as a 30 plus years old? If you think it's scary, you type 555. If you think, wow, piang, 30 plus years old, I have to go through all these things, leg also got problem, hand also got problem, head also got problem, even your joints are all got problems, scary. And at the maximum dose of your steroid, right? Are you taking pills or taking the injection?
I had both. When I was
Yeah.
first diagnosed, I was admitted for the drip.
Okay, drip. Okay.
And after the
Go back
discharge,
home.
I was given the tablets.
Okay. In terms of steroid tablets, right? How many pills a day maximum that you have taken?
Maximum tablets, I think it was 8.
Oh my goodness, man.
It's very tiny, but the impact of it or effect of it is very high.
Wow. Wow, crazy. I think so far I heard the one of the normal ones about four, but wow, you go to eight. Eight guys, eight steroid pills a day, maximums. Do you think it's a wow? If you think it's wow, then you type 333. A 30 plus years old has to take 8 steroid pills a day while suffering all these symptoms. If you think it's
They,
unimaginable, you type 333.
they don't just have steroids, they come with hydroxychloroquine also I have
Yeah,
to take. And then there's another thing called Cellcept.
yeah.
I also have to take a tablet to prevent gastric because of the steroid intake. So there are actually quite a number of uh,
Medication together.
guna-guna.
Wow.
Yeah,
Have you
many
calculate
tablets.
have you calculated in any particular day what is the highest amount of pills that you have taken?
I actually didn't really go and calculate.
Because steroid already 8, so maybe plus
Yeah,
minus other 3, 4, 3, 4, maybe about 15, 16, more than that.
yeah,
Wow.
there probably is that. Because we have
Wow.
to take calcium, we have to take vitamin D also.
Great. Well, no wonder you can skip meals, because your breakfast, lunch, dinner all taken care by the supplements and medication already. Wow.
Yes. And then at that time, I was also diagnosed with hypothyroid, and there's another medication for the hypothyroid.
Wow, I think 20 pills. I think you say have 20 pills. Wow, hey guys, you are speaking to someone who have been eating 20 pills a day since 2016, of course plus minus, but now she's here to share with you her life-changing story. So please focus on what is going to come, okay? Now we know about the story. 30 plus years old, still very young because of the stress, and start to develop all these really terrible symptoms, and have taken supplements, medication, up to 8 pills of steroid, but all combined together, maybe 20 plus pills a day. And let's see what have this make and become. So major flare up. So in 2019, after loss of parents, oh, sorry to hear that. So this year marked one of my most severe flare up. I experienced complications such as fluid around my lungs and enlarged heart, which led to symptoms like shortness of breath, fatigue, and palpitation. This critical state required a blood transfusion and high doses of steroid administered through an IV drip. It was a period of intense emotional stress, leading to a counseling session for depression and suicidal thoughts. Wow, so may I know what happened to your parents? Is it both parents also passed away almost the same time?
Yes.
I
My
see.
father passed away because of stroke, and then he developed complications of pneumonia or breathing.
I
That was
see.
in January 2019. And
Right.
months after that, my mom passed away because of cancer.
I see. I see. May I know which cancer your mom have?
She had lung cancer, which after that spread to brain.
Oh, lung cancer and brain cancer.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Wow. So wow, there was quite a big hit. In few months' time, you lost both the loved ones.
And 2 years before that,
Yeah,
January 2017, exactly
yeah,
2 years before my father passed away,
yeah.
my sister passed away because of cancer as well.
Okay, how many siblings you have?
I actually have a sister and two other brothers.
I
So my sister
see.
was the only other girl in my family.
Okay, so your sister died of which cancer?
Liver.
Died of liver cancer. Wow. So when you know about your liver problem, I think the first thing you link about is okay, maybe is genetically because my sister also died of liver cancer.
Yes, that's what the doctor thought as well, lah. That's why they did so many tests on that uh, cancer kind of test.
I
Even did
see.
a genetic test. I was referred to genetic clinic also.
Right, right, right. So they mean even the genetic doctors say that you had the genes to have liver cancer.
It's a risk, higher
It's
risk
a
of having.
higher risk, huh? Okay, okay. So that means at the recent test, did the doctor say that this expression of liver cancer already tuned down?
They find nothing there
Oh,
because they found nothing. Then she just told me that's good news. Means there's no cancer. Okay, that we can celebrate already.
I see. So you are saying that in the first genetic testing, right? He tests that you have a higher risk of liver cancer. But months later, then when you do a same test again, the doctor say, hey, you don't have the risk for liver cancer.
Yes. Not
Amazing,
just the genetic, it's also the one that they check
They
in
do
the
a
liver.
scanning. I see.
The
So
4 centimeter, because the doctor said 4 cm is very big.
yeah,
It's not a 4 mm. It's
right,
centimeters big of something inside the liver.
right,
They did not want to do a biopsy first.
right,
That's why the doctor asked to do MRI. Luckily, they
right.
did MRI and not biopsy. Otherwise, they
Yeah.
just hope for nothing.
I see, I see. Wow, amazing. So, okay, guys, this is very important story to tell. You see, when you talk about DNA testing or genetic testing, right, a lot of people they take their one genetic testing and thinking that this is what my life's supposed to be already. They already buy into the prophecy that I'm going to got liver cancer because I got this gene. It's not like this. Genetic can be turned on and turned off. There are something called especially dominant and recessive. So at that state, maybe you have a high risk of it because the genetic expression say that. But when your body is in a better state, right, especially with the LifeWave patches, right, your body can be reset the gene expression. This is what LifeWave means by resetting the gene expression to a younger and healthier state. So when it comes to genetic testing, they can even say, hey, How come now you don't have those results already? So those of you who go swab your saliva, go kind of DNA testing, right? Don't take those tests and result become a prophecy of your life, okay? Your life is much bigger than this. Okay, so now let's continue. So July 2013, 2023. Okay, wait. How old is your sister when your sister passed away?
I think she was 46, 47, around there. 46.
Also very young. If now you think back, right, what do you think that is the reason she got liver cancer? Is it because she drink a lot of alcohol, or because she's also workaholic, doesn't really rest?
She didn't drink alcohol. Actually, she was on very healthy diet also.
Right.
Maybe workaholic.
Workaholic. I see. Okay. So then we don't make any conclusion. So in July 2023, during studies and work, which is 2 years ago, another significant flare-up occurred, with my hemoglobin dropping to 6.9, and I was extremely weak and breathless, and I could hardly walk. And a kidney biopsy indicated a worsening condition, classified as class 3 severity. What is the reason the doctors want to do a kidney biopsy? Is it because certain thing happened to your urine, or?
Because they tested my urine and found that there is a leakage of protein.
I see. That's why I do a kidney biopsy. Okay. And how weak were you that time? You said you were extremely weak and breathless, means you can really hardly breathe, and you can even very difficult to come out from the bed.
Yes. Actually, I could hardly walk also. I think my abdomen around the stomach is all bloated.
Wow.
Everywhere was swollen.
Wow.
Head swollen, face swollen. I got
Wow.
into the Grab also. The Grab driver told me, because I wanted to go home
Yeah.
after visiting the hospital, because the hospital said no bed. Asked me to come
Yeah.
back the next day, because I went there at night. Asked me to come back the next day to see the consultant or go to another hospital. But I told him I will come back the next day. So I took a Grab back. The Grab driver looked at me and got so shocked and asked me, why are you going home? I should send you to another hospital. You can actually change the destination in your Grab, So I
Wow.
thought I cannot, I want to go back to this same hospital the next day. So I had to persevere. I just have to I had to go home. I said, I will come back the next day. I just was very, very weak. That's why actually the hospital is very near my house, but yet I could not even walk there. I had to take a Grab and walk very slowly back to my room. So yeah, it was very, very bad condition.
Wow. And during that time, you are not taking is it a school holiday, or you are still teaching?
I was still teaching.
Wow. So they mean even at that condition, you are still managed to teach.
I was actually going to class with my mask and then
Yeah.
specs. I cannot see that I was so bad.
Wow. Wow, you
I
are
had
really
to.
committed teacher. Hey guys, can we give a round of applause to Anna? You just say thank you teacher TY teacher is this take tremendous commitments as a teacher, that your students are waiting. No matter how sick I am, right? I have to make sure my student don't get disappointed. Amazing leh. Wow. I think Malaysia really need a lot of teacher like this. Can you guys say thank you, Anne, or not? Thank you, teacher. You say thank you, teacher. Wow, amazing. So July 2023, during the study and the work. Okay, so this second flare up, right? Okay, because you have been working for so many years, right? Do you think it's because the additional of the study that caused this flare up?
Definitely yes.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, so can you roughly bring us through about your schedule during that time? Let's say, like for example, 8 to 5 you work as a lecturer, then 5 to 10 you study. Can you run us through how hectic was your schedule?
Actually, if you say only the teaching schedule is not actually that hectic.
Yeah,
I may start the class at 8 o'clock, sometimes
yeah.
end at 6 o'clock. But when we add on a study into it, then it became worse because the studies and the teaching, the semester is the same. It's the
Okay.
same timing. So means exam all same time. assignment submission all will be around the same time. So when I'm busy with my students' exams and marking, that's also the time I have to submit my own studies assignment.
I see.
That's the thing that caused it to be more stressful.
I see, understand. So you are studying, you're also taking these postgraduate studies in Sunway University also.
Yes, it's
So
the same.
that all the break, all the study, all the assignment, examination, all running concurrently. So you were at the teacher and you are also a student at the same time.
Yes, that's right.
I see. Wow, okay, even a student are already stressful for me. Now want to add on as a teacher. I think we can think about. So that was the time that maybe until what time that you will arrive home?
It depends. Sometimes I would stay back until 8 o'clock, sometimes 9 o'clock. And then
Wow.
come back home, continue.
Wow.
Ayo.
Wow.
The
Wow.
marking, they have deadlines, right? Study
Wow.
also, we have assignment deadlines.
Right. Wow.
And you know, as a, I don't know, I can say that most of SLE patients are like this. We thought we are superwoman. Bodily, we thought we can handle everything. Or our minds thought we can handle everything. So we can do
Right.
anything without bothering about how our body is.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think this is something that we want to document down already. So, as from a SLE patient point of view, most of the SLE patients have similar working patterns that they have a tendency to use their mind to to drive over the body. That means if my mind think I can, my body can do it, my body should be able to function like this. Okay, wow, it's very stressful. Even I here also feel stressed. Okay, number 3, introduction to LifeWave patches. So after being discharged from the hospital in August 2023, I started using LifeWave patches and did CRP in November 2023, January and March 2024. Then I experienced severe healing reaction. My joint was stiff and excruciatingly painful. The wrist, fingers, elbows, shoulders, ankles, feet, and knees all felt very painful and lasted more than 2 months. That means the healing crisis lasts more than 2 months. There were times when it was so painful that I could not get up from bed. Despite these challenges, I maintained a good appetite and appearance remained well. By June, even with persistently low blood count, I noticed a significant improvement in my energy level, allowing me to manage daily activities without the usual fatigue or dizziness. So during these times, right, after you use LifeWave, the amount of pills that you are taking, including steroids and etc., did you reduce the medication after the patch already? Say, for example, you feel that I don't need to take so many steroid. My pain is much more manageable already.
I actually did. I reduced more than what the doctors reduced lah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
So from 8 pills, the lowest amount of pills that you take is how many? Or you don't even
Lowest
take?
is 0 lah.
0. Okay. Okay, okay, great, great. So that means after patching for a few months time, then you try to reduce the steroid on your own way, and there was even a time that you don't take any steroid.
Yes. Yes, I did that.
Amazing. Amazing. I remember because I think there was a time that I said, why don't we reduce them part by part, right? And then you also very gung ho. Okay, then I will try. Okay, so and then you did CRP in November 2023 and January, March 2024. What makes you to wanted to try CRP?
Because I remember you are saying that CRP can help to detox.
Yeah,
So I had been taking medications for so many years. Definitely
yeah,
there have been lots and lots of toxins in my body. So
right,
I really needed to detox.
right,
But I think when I started in November, I did not feel anything.
right,
Because I would say because I have always been having low blood pressure plus
right,
low blood count.
right,
It takes a bit longer. I
right,
learned of that. So I did again in January. And then I think January I did feel some problems already.
right,
It was not as bad. January also, yeah, it started to have all these, the wrist pain, everything. It started
right.
after the January time. So March I did again.
I see. March 2024 is last year March. They mean it's three months before your last flare up. You flare in July, right?
Yes, Feb and July.
I see, I see. Okay, so let us talk about the healing reactions, right? So the wrist, the fingers, the elbow, the shoulder. Wow, they
Everywhere.
made everywhere. They mean it's basically it's everywhere. Excruciating pain. Can you let us know how painful it is?
I couldn't even hold anything. It's
Wow,
like the fingers are all like that. I have to keep shaking and shaking and shaking. I couldn't hold properly a cup or anything, pen also I could not hold. Just like getting out of bed was very painful. And I still had to work.
wow,
I because usually I walk to work. So
yeah,
that time I've been taking Grab to work and I still went to work lah. So walk
wow,
slowly to walk
wow,
slowly to class.
wow,
And
nothing can stop you, ah. Really, nothing can stop you, ah. Wow, the
mentally I thought I'm superwoman, ma, what to do.
wow, amazing, ah, amazing. Hey, this is a good test, you know. I say, wow, okay. So, Anna, okay, we out of topic. What drive you to continue to go to work? Despite all the you know all the obstacles they're trying to pull you away. But you still really have the drive to go to school. What makes you, no matter how I still want to go to school to work? Is it because you really enjoy the work, or you really don't want to disappoint the students, or is there any other reason? We just curious.
Because of course I love to be in class. I think
Yeah.
that's my motivation.
Right.
Sometimes whenever I feel very down, but when I go to class, I can totally change the emotion.
I see.
And I also I don't know lah, the kind of responsibility that I have is that I just have to continue. Plus, it's also very difficult to find a replacement class.
Right.
They don't have very much free time in between for me to replace my class.
Right.
So I just when even when we are sick, also we still have to replace the class ourselves.
Right. Right.
That's why I rather just go to work. And I think I have also heard your explanation that if we still feel the energy, it means it is a healing reaction and it's not a
Right.
flare up. So because it's a
Amazing.
healing reaction, means it should be okay.
I
I
see.
can psycho
Very
myself that it's still okay, but
right.
I still have that kind of mental capacity to still go to class and teach.
I
It's just the
see.
joints and others were painful. And I think I also learned from you that when it's joints pain, it's all because the toxins of normally those with autoimmune, the
Right.
toxins all gather around the joints.
Yeah.
So that's where all they are actually throwing out all this rubbish in the joints.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
have to just be patient,
Right. Right.
very patient.
Do you get any swollenness at the joint during that time? Like
Yes.
it become puffer swollenness, right? Yeah. Okay. So guys, when you have feel very painful and don't have swollenness, it means that there is a old injury. But if you have painful at the joint and there is a swollenness, it means that there's a toxin. All injury, you don't need too much of blood flushing in, but toxin, you need a lot of blood flushing in to dilute the toxin, to dissolve the toxin and bring it up. Okay, so normally autoimmune disease, there are certain accumulation of toxin in the joint. Okay, so lasted for 2 months, and then you didn't give up. May I know what is the reason? I think a lot of people they probably give out the first 2 weeks already. What give you that understanding that I think I want to continue?
I know it is something good for me,
Right. Somehow you know it's something good for you.
because I have felt that before. The
Right.
difference in how when my blood count went down, and yet I don't feel so bad as compared to before Life Wave.
Understand. So that means that Anne is quite conscious. You say she doesn't judge by the pain. Because yeah, last time also pain, now also pain. But last time the pain I was like that, like that, like that. This also pain, but I am not like that already. So at least she see there are some differences. That means that life ways might be working. So she continue to persevere. Okay? Am I right to say this?
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
now. So wait, someone want to wait, let me see. Wait, okay. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, I think I use it better. Enable. Okay, So I maintain a good appetite and my appearance remained well. By June, even with persistently low blood count, I noticed a significant improvement in my energy level, allowing me to manage daily activities without the usual fatigue and dizziness. So this is what I say, right? So I think Anne heard about this in Zoom or maybe in other classes that I mentioned. How do you classify? Is it healing crisis or is really a negative sign of weakness? A sign of weakness means that your energy level will go down. They will not have any positive symptoms. Like for example, if you do chemotherapy, you got hair loss, you got lose your appetite, you lose your muscle. You're not going to see that although I got lose your appetite, but my hair grow more. You won't see anything positive, right? Everything will be downhill. But when it's a healing crisis, something look like going downhill, but definitely will have things that going uphill. Like for example, in her cases, although it's very painful, look very downhill, but the appetite is still good. The appearance is still remain well, and the improvement in energy level is still there, and no more usual fatigue. So there are something going uphill. This is how we define healing crisis. Do you learn something? If you learn something, type 999. If you learn something, type 999. This is how we differentiate between healing crisis symptoms and the sign of weakness. Sign of weakness, all downhill, you don't find any uphill. Healing crisis or healing reactions is, yeah, despite all the downhill, we have seen good uphill improvement. Okay? Guys, 2 months, you suffer pain for 2 days, you give up. People suffer not 2 weeks. 2 months, can't even go to the school. Still have to work. Wow, really, man. Okay, so number 4, ongoing health challenges and treatments. During a particularly intense period of work and study, I adjusted my diet to include, okay, so wait. So this is a life with until March of 2024. So during this time, after you discharge from hospital, right? You stop your studies, right?
I deferred for 1 year.
Defer for 1 year, right?
I
So
started back again in April 2024.
I see. Okay. So April stopped the study, and then August made life wave, and then after about 8 months of patching with the CRP, and then you start to feel better, pick up the energy already. So you feel that I think now I can resume my study already.
Yes, that's right.
I see. This
To
is the time.
superwoman already.
Yeah, the superwoman come back already. Feel like regain the power. Okay. So number 4. So then when she started to study again, right? So during a particular intense period of work and study, it means that in April, during April time, she started to do a postgraduate study again. I adjusted my diet to include vegetarian lunches while sometimes skipping meals due to fatigue and late hours in the office. So although she just recovered, but she forgot she got so sick last time already. Somehow she forgotten already. So she even start to skip meals and start to work late hours. So despite all these efforts, in early July, my hemoglobin level was at a concerning 9, and echo on July 15 showed that there was a fluid accumulation around my heart, prompting further medical investigation. So that means after she started to study, all the hectic, the work and the studies, her body start to go downhill. And this time she even start to skip some meals, which I always don't encourage. Okay, so I give you an example. Sometimes when you are very fatigued, right, or you don't feel like eating, but you know you are hungry, but sometimes you are bloating or you don't feel like eating, right? For me, one of the best things you can taste to open up your appetite. Of course, apart from the lively patches and ST36 energy enhancer, you can add some marmite. You know the marmite, the yellow color, the marmite, normally you put the porridge. Take some marmite, you will feel that, my appetite come back. This is number 1. The second thing, you eat dal. So you go to the Indian shop, you say, I don't want any prata, I don't want any chapati, I just want dal. When you eat that dal, you will realize your appetite pick up. The reason is because the dal not just give you carbo, which is easier to digest. Compared to white rice, dal also give you a lot of spices. These spices repel a lot of dampness in the digestive system. You will regain your appetite. Okay, this is how I do last time when I vomiting. I was so stressful, right? I don't want to eat. When I look at rice, I want to vomit. I will take dals. Okay, dals is a very powerful one. I share with you one story. I have a friend. who went to mountain hiking. Okay, went to mountain hiking, and suddenly the pressure drops. Too cold, and she was fainted, and she thought that she was going to die. A lot of people give her warm water, ginger water, nothing helps. But one lady very kind, the Indian lady give her a, a cup of dal. Just that 2 sip of dal, all the energy come back already. So this is the power of grain. Dal, you have white rice, you have rice. All these things, grain is a pack of energy. Okay, so now let's continue. So July 15, they start to have the fluid accumulation around the heart already. So critical development in July 2024. So I was referred to a specialist where additional testing confirmed is another SLE flare-up. Interestingly, there were no severe symptoms like dizziness or pain, but I felt weak and short of breath when walking. So that means that after patching for many months, compared to the previous flare-up, this flare-up, although is equally bad as indicated, but the symptoms was much more manageable. Am I right to say this, Anne?
This is actually the result show even worse blood count than before.
Okay,
Only
okay.
4.6, which is actually very bad.
Right.
The doctor kept asking whether I had dizziness, I had this, I had that. I didn't have anything. And
Right.
that short of breath only when I walk. When I
I
sit
see.
down, I felt okay. I
I
could still
see.
drive.
Wow, okay.
I could still I could still go to class, definitely. I still continued my teaching and everything else.
Right.
So because I sat down now, I didn't walk that much. It's only when I walk. So that's why I didn't look like I was that bad. I didn't actually believe that I was at 4.6.
Right. I see.
Terrible.
Okay, so guys, this is the difference between. This is what the LifeWay can help us. Previously, now the condition even worse than last time, but the symptom was so much more manageable. So imagine that you were having chemo or radio. Someone is in a very bad condition. At least we can use LifeWay to manage the symptoms. This is what I mean. When David talking about managing the symptoms, it means that you can have a very low hemoglobin. Although even the doctor said it's very hard to increase back, but it doesn't mean that we cannot make your life a little bit better despite of this low hemoglobin. You get the idea? So we want to manage the symptoms with the patches also. So I appeared pale remarkably, despite my hemoglobin dropping to a critical low of 4.6 within just 2 weeks. I was still able to perform my most daily activities. Now it's really become superwoman already. So a significant improvement from previous experience, possibly due to the live patches. So, Beda. So at the hospital, I received 2 blood transfusion and underwent further testing, which identified a rare type of anemia. Given the severity of my symptoms and a family history of cancer, my sister had breast and liver cancer. Oh, got 2 cancer also. And my mother had lung and brain cancer. A detailed examination of my bone marrow was conducted to rule out any cancerous condition.
I think that time was very funny when I did bone marrow biopsy.
Yeah,
I wasn't in pain.
yeah,
I was still talking to the nurse and the doctor in front of me. We were still chit-chatting while the doctor behind was trying to poke, poke my bone at the back.
yeah. Wow.
And they gave me very little painkillers because I told them I don't need that much. They gave a little bit and said enough already. I don't need to add more because I didn't
Yeah.
feel any pain.
Wow. Amazing. Wow. Wow. This is really superwoman already. So she don't even feel pain when it's conducted the bone marrow test. Amazing. Okay, this is July 2024, which is not too long ago. Last year, July. Okay, so 6. So despite of so far we have been talking about SLE. So far we've talked about SLE. We haven't talking about further complications, right? So and later on, she did a further scanning. The doctors diagnosed with some liver problems. A subsequent CT scan in August revealed an enlarged liver measuring 20.2 cm. During that time, do you feel any bloatedness? Like you really feel that your liver side is very bloating, something like this?
I actually didn't feel anything.
Don't feel anything. I see. And this 20.2 cm enlarged, did the doctor say is happened recently, or the doctor say has been like this for quite some time?
That one they couldn't tell when it happened because I never actually tested anything on liver before.
I see. Okay. 20.2 cm with several area of hypotensities approximately 3.9 times 4.1 times 4.4. This is quite a big patch, because our liver also not very big. 4.4 cm is almost about 15% of the area already. This is why the doctors was worried. So initially, a biopsy was planned. However, given the complexity of my case, the doctor decided to conduct an MRI before any invasive procedure. Okay, this one better to ask from the patient and the doctors. Why doctors opt for MRI and not CT scan? Is it certain side effect or certain more damaging if you use CT scan?
They already did the CT scan.
Yeah,
So after CT scan, the MRI is supposed to be more detailed.
right.
But of course, it was supposed to be using a biopsy.
Right.
So the doctor actually asked to refer to gastro for a scope kind of biopsy.
I see.
But because the position of that 4 cm thing is such that it's very hard to do the scope.
I see.
So that's why they were saying, let's do MRI first and try to see whether it can tell what that hypodensity is.
Right. Luckily, you never go and poke. Or else,
Yes.
it's difficult places if got any other further complication. This is what I see, when you do biopsy, any kind of scoping, right? There was always further complication, luckily. So the MRI in September, 1 month later, showed that my liver was still enlarged, but without any concerning lesion. Interestingly, the 4 cm hypotensity noted earlier had disappeared, leaving the doctor puzzled about their sudden resolution. It means only 1 month later, and the lesion disappeared already. So when did you started resume the patches? Okay, so is
After I was discharged.
discharged in August or
Discharged end of July.
end of July? So okay, that means it's during this critical development in July 2024.
Yes.
Okay, so so after this the critical development, the SLE flare out, and she started patching, and after patching already, then the doctors, the subsequent scan, which is after patching, start to realize there's a enlarged liver. So by December, which is further 3 months later, an ultrasound confirmed that my liver size had normalized to 14.5 cm. So few months later, the liver back to normal size. Okay, so when doctor see about this, right, did the doctor say anything?
The doctor couldn't tell how it disappeared.
Yeah,
I was actually trying to keep asking the doctor how that thing can disappear.
yeah.
And he was like very puzzled. He didn't want to really answer me. After that, he said, maybe it's your SLE treatment. Because I know it's definitely not the SLE treatment because the highest dose that I had was when I was in the hospital in July.
Right.
If SLE treatment can cause that 4 cm patch to disappear, the CT scan in August will not have shown that.
Right, you are right. Wow, release
So
accurate
when,
science. Release
because
accurate science.
when I was discharged, my dose of medication slowly reduced already. So highest dose was in July, not in August. So
Very
August,
good.
September, that 1 month, I did not do anything. There wasn't
Right.
any particular
Treatments.
medications. I wasn't given any medications for liver because
Right.
they did not know what medications to do. Nothing.
Right.
They have not tested what it is. Don't know what
Right.
treatment for the liver yet.
Right. Right.
So that 1 month, I didn't do anything, but my medications were reducing. I was only doing patching.
I see. Okay. So guys, what Anne is saying that, right? July, he have all kind of SLD treatments. So if the doctor say it's really because of the treatment that help with the liver problem, by August you shouldn't see any enlarged liver already, right? Your liver should be good side. But this is the time after the treatment, then I got this enlarged liver, which probably maybe this treatment causing the enlarged liver, right? But there's a possibility. So it's after December that the liver become normal again, and during this period, N didn't do any treatments of SLE, only patching. So this is what N is trying to say. Okay, doctor, I think your logic even more sound than the doctors nowadays. So no wonder you are actual science lecturer. Okay, so let's continue. So since being discharged, I have resumed using patches as the S1 Eon current. This discharge is not this one. It's a earlier one, earlier discharge.
July 2024.
Wow, you're really mathematic one. So soon. Okay, July 24. Okay,
Yes.
July 24. So I noticed a remarkably fast recovery, especially following a severe health episode. Just a week after my latest hospital discharge, I was able to return to my normal work and daily activities, which speak volume about the effectiveness of the treatments in managing my symptoms and enhancing my overall being. So, what Anne is trying to say this after after the July discharge, she recovered pretty quickly. And then with all the scanning, she started to see all the surprise, miraculous improvement on the enlarged liver. So the doctor will never say it's because of the SLA treatment caused the enlarged liver. I think the doctor never say this, right? Because of the side effect or anything, right?
I think the other thing I had been doing besides patches is I slept properly. I
Yeah.
ate well
Yes.
because I was on MC. So I
Yeah.
could sleep and I could eat. I did my own cooking of food.
Right.
So this time I very quiet in eating properly and
Yeah.
resting. So that's why I think the recovery was even faster.
Fantastic. So, guys, this you have to know this, right? David always say, life with patches is on top of the fundamental of a life. If you sleep poorly, eat poorly, then never eat any good quality of food, right? Patch can improve your symptoms also, but it's just that the real power of life wave, right, is not going to be maximized. You still need that fundamental being taken care of. Okay, so let me go to the next one. Okay, so thank you for taking all the time to hear about my journey with SLE and lupus. As you can see, this path has not been straightforward, really not straightforward. I also up and down with you. Yet, through each challenges, from initial diagnosis to severe flare-up and managing liver complication, I have found resilience and remarkable aid in life with patches, and these patches have facilitated a faster recovery during flare-up and significantly improved my daily life, reducing symptoms and boosting my energy level. For those of you who might be facing similar battles, whether with SLE or another chronic condition, know that they are path to better management and recovery. Exploring innovative treatments, staying informed about your options, and maintaining hope are all crucial. Looking forward, I'm hopeful and optimistic with the continued use of LifeWave patches and regular medical care. I feel empowered to manage my condition more effectively and lead a more active and fulfilling life. Okay, I will give you 110 mark for your essay. Amazing. Okay, amazing. Hey guys, do you think it's really a life-changing moment? From someone 30 plus years old can eat 20 pills a day and 8 steroid pills and can't even walk properly with all the body pain, with all the air can swollen, like even the Grab driver gets scared until who she is right now, energetic, feel good, can sleep, appetite is good, have the energy. Do you think it's a game changer? Do you think this is really a life changing moment? You type 888. If you think it's really life changing, you type 888. Think about this. If not, if without if N outline didn't introduce the patches to N, how would N become? Maybe in hospital, maybe the body, maybe who knows? Maybe in 40 over years old, really all the cancer start to hit her already. We don't know. So this is why, as long as you stay informed, you are conscious about your decision. When your body in that shape, right? It's not easy for you to analyze like like you could just discharge from hospital. Most people will just listen to doctors. The doctor will say it's not because of the patch, it's because of the SLE treatment. Most people will believe this. I tell you, I got heard a lot of cases like this. When I analyze to them, they still don't understand. Luckily, Anne is a lecturer, actual science some more. So she got the analytical skill. How can it be? If if your treatment is useful, you it shouldn't have any lesion at the first place. She can analyze. But I think congratulations, Anne. So at this point, right now, right, how many medication or how many pills you take a day, And can you describe your day-to-day life in terms of the improvement of the energy level, spiritual level? Do you find that your idea comes much better? You are more happier? Can you roughly let us know compared to a few years ago and who you are today? What are the
I would
things that
say
you're grateful about?
I'm very much a happy person now.
Okay, oh, this for sure.
Very grateful, of course.
Yeah,
Uh, of course, I have to thank my outline who are my godparents,
right, right,
Trip and Winnie, plus Lily and Celeste. If those of you who know them, they are
right,
all very good people.
right.
And I'm not supposed to let my doctor know this, that I
Yeah.
actually am not taking any medications now.
You're not taking medication now, huh?
I slowly stopped, actually more than what the doctor have stopped. As in, when the doctor say 4 tablets, I was taking two.
Right.
It was three, I took one.
Yeah.
When it was two, I also took one. And after
Yeah.
that, I alternate days.
Yeah.
Slowly, I still feel good. So after alternate days, then alternate 2 days, alternate 3 days, then now I completely stopped.
Amazing.
And,
Amazing.
and the doctors don't know about it. So cannot.
Why? Amazing, amazing. And how do you feel in terms of your like after you stop all the medications, right? Do you find that while you have more mental clarity, you have any other good symptom like even your hair grow much darker, you got more hair, you got
Of course.
better looking, you become skinnier, you got more muscular or anything?
Uh, while I was taking the medications, my hair dropped a lot.
Right,
I have many patches like botak one.
right. Oh my God.
After that, I think when I stopped the medications, or before even I stopped, when I just slowly got down, it was much better. My
Yeah,
hair started to grow back. I don't
yeah.
see patches of hairs on the floor anymore.
Right.
It's really a lot. It's like whole patches like that. Everywhere I go, I can see hair. Like,
Oh my God.
now, of course, no more already. And I
Yeah.
don't grow so much hair and I have more energy. I
Right.
walk faster.
Wow. Okay.
I can talk louder.
Wow.
So
My
all those,
God.
that kind of energy level is very good. Plus, I think before that, I saw some of you ask what kind of food that I did not take last time. It was gluten that I actually stopped first.
Yeah.
So I could actually experience when I took ban min,
Yeah.
then because it's full of gluten, immediately I could feel that my hand could not hold a spoon.
Right.
And straight away I felt headache.
Right.
So that was before LifeWave, yeah.
Right.
I had that immediate headache and I couldn't hold a spoon. So that was gluten. So I stopped gluten and it actually helped better. And I
Right.
can say that I actually stopped gluten for quite a while.
Yeah.
But now, with LifeWave, when I take gluten, I don't feel all that anymore.
I see.
A bit naughty, but I don't take a lot of gluten. I try
Okay.
a little bit, and I don't feel anything. So I'm able to take any kinds of food already now.
Wow, amazing. Wow, this is not only life changing, it's a life life joy life is a very joyful part of life, you know. Imagine this, that you have to become very selective in your food choice. You cannot eat the food that you want, even your curiosity wants you to. But now with life wave, right, you can be naughty sometimes. And oh, this is amazing. This means that your body has better capacity to handle some allergens. So this is why those of you, right, who have been on very noodles based diet and on you like to eat a lot of bread one, right, even with sourdough, they are still gluten. And a lot of product they are marketing gluten free, right, is the gluten level become low. It doesn't mean complete gluten free. So one of the way, if you got any allergy sensitivity, autoimmune disease, right, cut down dairy, cut down gluten, cut down all kind of nuts, right, is the most important things. Okay. Okay. And thank you so much for your sharing. Amazing. Are you going to work tomorrow?
Yes.
So normally what time you sleep?
No fixed time lah. I try to sleep by 11, but
Right.
most of the time cannot.
Okay, so I think it's really we are so grateful that you can come here to share with us, because this is very detailed, and most important, it covers what it takes to recover from what doctors say is incurable, but is actually reversible, And what the doctor said, genetic cannot be changed, but we have proved to a point that something can be done. And when the doctor say that you have to take steroid for the rest of your life, even you have been taking 20 over pills, we can cut down even to 0. And this is really very remarkable. Do you guys feel very inspired? And do you think that it's going to be bringing a lot of light to a lot of people who have a similar problem? Or even you yourself, you feel that, wow, it's amazing story. You type thanks and you type thanks and you think it's really inspirational, educational, and it's going to bring a lot of hope and light to those people who got SLE. It's amazing, right?
Thank you
Amazing.
very much.
Okay, thank you. Amazing. And okay, so and last but not least, right? So like I think you heard about case for the Taiwan star go to Japan, right? And then pass away, right? So since now you just recover, you feel very good, and you can eat, be naughty some of the food that you like. The next thing you'll be naughty is you want to go to travel and to certain core countries. You have planned already?
No.
Okay, luckily. Okay, so just I think we will let our body settle down first more. Okay, settle down more, and then don't even want to travel, you can start at the tropical countries first. Don't go to area that's too cold. And then remember, don't try to skip meals. If really you feel that you don't want to eat, lost appetite, ST36 energy enhancer is best. Take some dal, take some marmite. So I think it take another 1 to 2 years time to really recondition your body to a really renew body.
Yes.
Okay, I
Thank you
think
so much for your advice.
amazing. I think by the times, right, maybe you can work 23 hours a day already. Okay, thank you, Anne. Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you, thank you. Take care. And good night to you, Anne. Oh, 9:41 already. Amazing, right? Crazy, right? So these are the things that really make us feel that we are doing something remarkable to the humanity, right? With the life patches, we might not be the scientist, we might not be a very brilliant person with a high IQ or very good social skills or sales skills, right? But with this technology, it bring out the best of us, right? It's crazy, amazing, Okay, so佩奇，这个你要帮我 document 好来一点。Okay, so do you want N to share in Chinese or not? Do you want N to share in Chinese next week or not? If you want, you type 222. If you think that, oh, I think I got a lot of Chinese speaking friends, I want to hear about this, you type 222. So I asked N also. N is, I think it's banana only. So but N say 一点一点 So we will try to make it happen next week. So remember, of all our friends who got all kind of autoimmune disease, rheumatoid arthritis, or you got lupus, right? Okay, and it's best that invite them to the Zoom and then to listen the story from N itself. Okay, it's very rare when actually lupus. I have seen a lot of testimonials already. I got people that the whole skin is become so hard that even touch the sun will get scared. Now recovered already, but she don't want to really come out to share like what N does. But you know how impactful this kind of 1 hour sharing, although it's only that 1 hour, I tell you, when years after years, right, this video will continue to change life, to shed a lot of light to people who are suffering. Imagine that years ago, 2016, 2017, and wanted to work and really wanted to be a good teacher, good lecturer, wanted to become the best version of herself, but the body is keep pulling her down. It's a very bad feeling, It's your heart and mind want you to elevate, but your body keep putting you down. It's a bad feeling. For those people who are very lazy, you have no much inspiration to become a better version. You like to lay back. You might not feel it, but for those people, like last time when I was sick, right? I got so much ambition. I want to do this, I want to do that, but every day I can't even wake up in peace, I can't even go outside to give a complete speech without tissue paper. How can I do big things? But with LifeWave, right, if we remove those burden, it gives you an opportunity to create what you care for and become an ideal expression of who you're supposed to be. This is the greatest gift of LifeWave. Amazing, right? We all can continue to become like this. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for joining. So I see there's a lot of questions, but I don't have time to answer. Okay, so we'll leave it for tomorrow. Okay, you come tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anne, again. Thank you, wonderful sharing, and thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.